Stop. Before you swat another mosquito off your arm, before you light another citronella candle that barely works, and before you spray one more bottle of chemicals all over your kids and your pets and yourself, I need you to hear this. There is a plant, one that researchers at Iowa State University tested against DEET, the ingredient in every commercial bug spray on the market, and it outperformed DEET by 10 times. 10 times. And there is a very good chance you have walked past it in a garden center and ignored it completely. That plant is number one on our list today, and I'm not telling you what it is yet. Today on Evergrow Garden, we are counting down 10 mosquito-repellent plants that can genuinely transform your yard into a bug-free zone this summer. Not with chemicals, not with subscriptions, not with expensive treatments, just with plants. And I'm giving you the science behind each one because I want you to understand why these work, not just take my word for it. If this is your first time here, welcome. Hit that subscribe button right now because every week we bring you content that actually helps your garden do more. And stick around to the very end because after the countdown, I am giving you my full placement strategy. How to arrange these plants together so they create a real protective zone around your patio. That part alone is worth staying for. All right, let us start the countdown. Plant number 10. Marigolds. Most people plant marigolds because they are cheerful and cheap and easy. What most people do not realize is that they are also one of the most chemically aggressive pest repellent flowers in existence. Marigolds produce and release natural chemical insecticides directly from their flowers and leaves, and the blossoms deliver the strongest concentration. You do not need to crush them. You do not need to do anything. They are quietly releasing compounds into the air around them all season long. Mosquitoes, aphids, and a whole range of other insects pick up on that and they stay away. Here is what makes them special on this list. They are the easiest entry point. You can grab a flat of marigolds at virtually any garden center in America for a few dollars, drop them into containers on your patio or along the edge of your vegetable beds, and you are done. They bloom from spring through fall. They attract pollinators, they add color, and they are working as a chemical barrier the entire time. The one mistake people make is planting them too far from where they actually sit. Push those containers right up against your seating area, right next to your outdoor dining table, right at the edge of your deck. The closer they are to you, the better they work. Plant number 9. Lemon thyme. This one is criminally underrated, and I want to change that today. Lemon thyme sits in the herb section at most nurseries, quiet and unassuming, and people walk right past it looking for something more dramatic. Do not make that mistake. Lemon thyme emits a sharp, citrusy aroma that mosquitoes, cockroaches, and termites find genuinely intolerable, and it does it passively, simply by growing. What makes lemon thyme uniquely powerful in a garden setting is where you plant it. This is a low-growing herb, perfect for borders and path edges. Plant it along your stepping stones, along the edges of your seating area, anywhere people naturally walk and brush against plants. Every single footstep releases more of that scent. You are essentially turning your walkway into a repellent trigger without doing a single extra thing. It is also fully edible and works beautifully in cooking. So you get a culinary herb, a mosquito barrier, and a gorgeous low ground cover all in one plant. If you're looking for the best value plant on this list, lemon thyme might be it. Plant number 8. Basil. Here is where things start getting genuinely interesting. Because basil does not just repel mosquitoes, it kills their babies. Studies confirm it. Basil is toxic to mosquito larvae. The same plant you use to make pesto is actively deadly to mosquito larvae in standing water. Which means if you have a bird bath, a decorative pond, a rain barrel, or any water feature in your yard where mosquitoes might try to lay eggs, placing basil nearby creates a chemical barrier that stops that cycle before it starts. And unlike most plants on this list, basil does not need to be crushed or activated. It naturally emits its aroma continuously just by existing. It repels adult mosquitoes through scent, and its compounds kill larvae in water. That is a two-front attack from one plant that costs you $3 at a garden center. Place it near your outdoor dining table, near your patio seating, and specifically near any standing water in your yard. Harvest it regularly. Cutting basil encourages new growth and continuously releases more fragrance. The more you use it in your kitchen, the harder it works in your garden. I need you to pause right now and drop in the comments. Do you already grow basil? Because if you do and you did not know it was doing this, I want to hear from you. Plant number 7. Rosemary. Rosemary is already in more American yards and kitchens than almost any other herb. What most people do not know is that they are sitting on one of the most effective fire-activated mosquito repellents in the plant world. Here is what I mean. Rosemary works as a standard repellent when it is growing. Its strong woody fragrance is a natural deterrent, and mosquitoes avoid it. But when you burn rosemary, toss a few stems onto your fire pit, lay some on your grill grates, it transforms. The smoke carries those aromatic oils into the air around your entire outdoor space and creates a wide repellent zone that a potted plant simply cannot match. For summer evenings around a fire pit, this is one of the most powerful natural tools you have. Keep a bundle of fresh or dried rosemary near your fire pit all summer. A few stems on the coals when you're sitting outside in the evening and mosquitoes simply will not come near your gathering. As a bonus, you can take a few fresh sprigs and rub them directly on exposed skin for added protection. And then you go inside and use the same plant to make roasted potatoes. This is the definition of a working garden. Plant number 6. Lavender. If lemon thyme is the most underrated on this list, lavender is the most misunderstood. People grow lavender because it is gorgeous and it smells incredible. What they do not realize is that everything they love about it, that rich, calming fragrance, is precisely what makes mosquitoes, flies, fleas, and moths want absolutely nothing to do with it. On a warm, sunny day, lavender releases its aromatic oils into the air naturally. You do not need to do anything. It just works all day, passively filling the space around your seating area with compounds that biting insects hate. In the evening when the sun goes down and mosquitoes get more active, crush a few flower buds between your fingers and rub them on your wrists and ankles. But here is what most people get wrong about lavender. They buy whatever is on the shelf without reading the label. Not all lavender is equally effective as an insect repellent. The varieties with the highest camphor content are the strongest. You want to look specifically for Provence lavender or Grosso lavender. Those two varieties are consistently rated the most effective. Next time you're at a garden center, flip the tag and look for those names. Plant lavender around every outdoor seating area you have. It is perennial in most U.S. zones, it comes back every year, it attracts pollinators, and it works as a living barrier against biting insects all season long. Plant number 5. Bee balm. And here is the one that surprises most people. Bee balm is one of the best kept secrets in the mosquito repellent garden world. And the reason it earns its spot this high on the list is because of one specific trait that most plants on this list do not share. Most mosquito repellent plants require physical contact to release their active compounds. You need to brush them, crush them, burn them, or harvest them. Bee balm does not work that way. As it grows and blooms, it continuously releases fragrances that mosquitoes dislike, completely passively without any effort from you at all. It is working while you sleep. It is working while you are at work. It never stops. It is a perennial, meaning it comes back every year. It blooms in a range of colors: red, pink, purple, white, and it is one of the best pollinator plants you can grow, attracting hummingbirds, bees, and butterflies constantly. So, while it is quietly running mosquitoes out of your yard, it is also turning your garden into a wildlife sanctuary. Compact varieties work beautifully as bed edging or in containers right next to outdoor seating. If you want one plant that does the most work with the least input from you, bee balm is your answer. Plant number 4. Lemongrass. This is the anchor plant. This is the one you build your entire outdoor mosquito defense around. Lemongrass contains high levels of citral, a compound so effective at repelling mosquitoes that it is used in commercial repellent products worldwide. But you do not need to buy those products when you can grow the source directly in your yard. In the garden, lemongrass forms massive, bold tropical clumps with long, arching green leaves. It is dramatic and beautiful, exactly the kind of statement plant that anchors a patio or deck. Plant it in a large container and it becomes the centerpiece of your outdoor space, visually and functionally. I will explain exactly how to use lemongrass as the core of a full placement strategy in the bonus section at the end of this video. And that strategy is what separates a yard with random mosquito-repellent plants scattered around from a yard that actually works as a system. So, stay with me. Lemongrass wants full sun and a generous container. It is also a staple ingredient in Thai cooking and Southeast Asian cuisine. Plant it once, tend it well, and it will reward you with harvests all summer and a genuine bug-free zone around your seeding area. Plant number 3. Lemon balm. Most people who grow lemon balm are growing it as a tea herb and have absolutely no idea what else it is doing for them. Here is the thing about lemon balm that changes how you see it entirely. It contains high levels of citronellal, the exact compound that gives citronella oil its signature scent and its mosquito-repelling power. Lemon balm is essentially a compact, easy-to-grow, harvestable source of that same compound. You can crush the fresh leaves and rub them directly on your skin as a natural repellent. You can place containers of it around your patio. You can brew it into tea and then use the spent leaves on your skin. It gives you multiple layers of protection from one plant. Here is the important growing tip most videos skip entirely. Lemon balm is a member of the mint family, and like mint, it will spread aggressively if you plant it directly in the ground. Always grow lemon balm in containers. This lets you move it wherever you need the protection most, keeps it from overtaking the rest of your garden, and makes harvesting easier. We are down to the top 2, and I need you to stay right here because what is coming next is going to completely change how you think about the most famous plant on this list. And then number 1 is going to genuinely surprise you. Plant number 2, citronella grass. Everyone knows citronella. It is literally the name on every mosquito candle, every spray, every wristband, every natural repellent product sold in America. It is the most recognized mosquito repellent plant name in the country, and the vast majority of people who try to grow it are buying the wrong plant. Here is what happens at most garden centers. There is a plant labeled mosquito plant or citronella plant. It smells nice, it looks like a leafy geranium, and it sells by the thousands every spring. That plant is a scented geranium. It has a mild citrus fragrance. It will not do much to protect your yard. The real citronella, the one that produces the oils used in every commercial product, is citronella grass. It is a tall, bold, tropical grass that forms dramatic clumps. When you are shopping, you want to look specifically for varieties labeled Cybopogon or Citronella winterianus. Those are the ones with genuine concentrated repellent power. Plant citronella grass in a large container in full sun on your patio or deck. It grows tall and looks stunning. It releases its oils when the leaves are brushed or crushed. And it is the same plant the entire pest control industry relies on. Grow the source, not the imitation. Plant number 1, catnip. I told you at the beginning of this video that one plant on this list was scientifically proven to outperform DEET by 10 times. Here it is, and yes, it is catnip. Researchers at Iowa State University tested nepetalactone, the essential oil that gives catnip its distinctive smell, against DEET in laboratory conditions with Aedes aegypti mosquitoes, one of the most dangerous mosquito species in the world. The results were staggering. Nepetalactone was approximately 10 times more effective at repelling mosquitoes than DEET at equal concentrations. That finding was presented at the national meeting of the American Chemical Society. Then researchers at Northwestern University went further and identified exactly how it works. Nepetalactone activates something called the wasabi receptor in insects, a pain receptor that essentially makes the presence of catnip unbearable to them. That receptor exists in insects but does not produce the same reaction in humans, which is why it is safe around children and pets. Now here is the honest truth, because I'm not going to oversell it. These results come from controlled laboratory settings. A catnip plant sitting quietly in a pot on your patio will not replace a DEET spray applied directly to your skin if you're in a high mosquito area. What it will do is create a powerful passive repellent zone around your outdoor space that significantly reduces mosquito activity, especially when combined with the other plants on this list. Catnip is hardy across most of the United States, zones 3 through 9. It grows in full sun to part shade. It spreads readily, so grow it in containers. And yes, neighborhood cats will find it. That is the one trade-off you are signing up for. Plant it near every outdoor seating area you have. It is the single most scientifically validated mosquito repellent plant you can grow. And most people walk past it every single time. The bonus, the bug-free zone placement strategy. Now here is what you actually stayed for. Having mosquito repellent plants scattered randomly around your yard is better than nothing. But arranging them as a system, that is what creates a yard that actually functions as a mosquito-free zone. Here is the method. Start with one large container of lemongrass or citronella grass as the centerpiece of your patio or outdoor seating area. That is your anchor, the dominant repellent presence in the space. Then surround that anchor with smaller containers of basil, lemon thyme, lavender, and catnip grouped directly where people sit, walk, and gather. Movement naturally brushes the foliage and releases the compounds into the air around your guests automatically. Line your walking paths and stepping stones with lemon thyme and lavender. Every footstep becomes a repellent trigger with no extra effort from anyone. If you have a bird bath, decorative pond, fountain, or any standing water feature, put basil containers right alongside them. Basil is toxic to mosquito larvae, so it stops the breeding cycle at the source before adults ever emerge. And the most important warning I can give you in this entire video: never let water sit in the saucers underneath your containers. A mosquito-repellent garden that accidentally creates mosquito breeding pools in its own drainage saucers is working against itself. Empty those saucers after every rain. Finally, harvest your herbs regularly. Cut your basil, your lemon balm, your rosemary, your lemon thyme. Every time you harvest, you release more fragrance into your yard. The more you use these plants, the harder they work. That is your system, the difference between a pretty garden and one that genuinely protects you all summer long. Now I want to hear from you. Which one of these plants are you adding to your yard this summer? Drop it in the comments right now. And if you already grow any of these and had no idea they were repelling mosquitoes, I definitely want to know. This comment section is about to be interesting. If this video gave you something useful, share it with one person you know who battles mosquitoes every summer. That single share genuinely helps this channel grow and helps us keep making content like this for you every week. Subscribe to Evergrow Garden if you have not already. Every week this summer we are bringing you practical science-backed garden content that actually works. And if you want to go deeper on building a functional garden this season, the video we have queued up next will show you exactly what to plant together for maximum results. Go watch that one next. We will see you in the next one.